Welcome. In the previous video, we added the ability to parse some function parameters and return types, and in this one, we are going to compile them into C code. We can begin by commenting out this for loop and uncommenting out this code. Now we need to open the writer.h file and start modifying the writing process. The first thing we can do is to assert that the AST kind we are receiving in the write function definition function is a AST function definition. Then we can extract all of the fields of the function definition into separate variables to make the code slightly more readable. Then we need to introduce a new function called write function definition return types structure. Since in our language we support multiple return types, we are actually going to compile this into a structure and then just return the structure in C. This new function is going to accept the function definition AST. Then we can extract the return types from that AST and check if the return types count is equal to 0. If that's the case, we don't need any structure definition. After that, we can start writing out our structure. We can begin by a type def struct and a curly brace, followed by a for loop through all of the return types. Inside this for loop, we can assert that the return type kind is actually an AST type. And after that, we can just write out the type as a string with these two underscore prefixing and suffixing the name of the type. And finally, we can close our struct definition. We are going to need to define these two macros, func return type from format and func return type arguments. These two macros can be defined quite easily by using the sv format and the sv argument macros. In this case, the name of a return type of a function will begin with two underscores, followed by the name of the function, followed by an underscore, return type, and then two underscores. Now, inside the write function definition, after writing the structure, if needed, we can begin by writing out the type of the function. In this case, if the returns type count is 0, then the function is going to be void. Otherwise, we need to write the name of the structure we have just defined in this function. Then we can write the function name followed by the left parenthesis. And after that, we can replace all of this code by a for loop that loops through all of the parameters. We can begin that by asserting that the current parameter is a AST variable declaration. We can extract the variable declaration into a variable. And after that, we can print out the variable declaration, in this case the type, followed by a space, followed by the name of the variable. And finally, we can write a comma if this is not the last parameter. We can close the parameters list with a right parenthesis and then start the body of the function with a left curly brace. Finally, we can write out all of the statements. We just loop through all of the statements and use the write statement function. And after that, we can close our function with a right curly brace. Alright, so now if you run our script for this specific demo file, and we open the a.c file, you can see that we were able to define a struct for the return type. We use this return type in the function definition, and that's pretty much it. And this is how we write function parameters and return types in C. In the next video, we are going to start parsing integers.